Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. If you like this kind of content, then please train hard to reach the top of Mount Everest. Once at the top, plant a flag of this channel's avatar and the name, as this would really help me out. Now Dying Light 2 is as mysterious as my father. One moment it's here, the next it's nowhere to be seen, and just like my ex-girlfriend, rumours are out of control. You see, content creators on YouTube have stated things like, yeah, there's no problem and they're just taking their time to make sure it's right. And on the other side of the coin, they're saying bluntly that it's, well, in development hell and it might not be released at all. Well, I'm happy to report the truth about Dying Light 2 and its status, and remember, you heard it here first, folks. Okay, the truth about Dying Light 2 is this. Nobody fucking knows. Yes, that's the truth. Nobody knows shit, and it's okay to admit that. Just like there's no shame in being so wrong, you still think it's okay to make a special hole in your teddy bear. I've been going back to Dying Light recently, and I remember why I faked being sick so I could just stay at home and play this game. I will admit it was hard to explain to my boss that I found the cure for AIDS, and that's why I'm back so soon, but anything can be achieved with a sufficient hydration level and making sure you eat your Weetabix in the morning. It's no wonder why so many people are searching and discussing this game online, and its release date remains as elusive as ever. If it's 2021, then summer is probably unlikely. Q4 is my best guess. As much as I can't wait for Dying Light 2 to release, I must admit I'm more worried about, my last child becoming a half Eskimo when me and my wife are, well, not Eskimo. Maybe that's something I should look into. Now, Next Gen has released, and I'm concerned at how a game was revealed back in 2018 hasn't even gotten a release date yet. I mean, for fuck's sake, at this point it doesn't even matter if the game has a story, just release it already. Even if it comes out so premature that even Jimmy Savile wouldn't touch it. It kind of reminds me of the first Watch Dogs. It was hyped for years and everyone was looking forward to it, yet on release, people were trading in copies of Watch Dogs for Underwear Simulator. This is something I hope doesn't happen for Dying Light 2, as the first game came out basically out of nowhere and was a pleasant surprise, just like opening the fridge in the morning and finding that leftover pizza you had the night before. Not the healthiest breakfast, I'll admit. Now, I love the fact that this game will take place around 15 years after the events of the first game, and the virus has spread around the world. After all, spending time and effort in Haran to contain the virus is just pointless, and always was when Kyle Crane got emotional over a female. Let's be honest, it was inevitable when vagina entered the picture. I love women, don't get me wrong, but come on, it's no coincidence. So the setting, which is based in Paris, is an interesting one. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of Paris itself, but the game does look great, and Paris is very famous for its underground network of catacombs. Now, I have a feeling that will play a big part when it comes to the loot. Or maybe just like real life, we will just find people getting high and having strange parties that can only be uploaded to the dark web. Either way, it's going to make for some interesting gameplay. One thing that always impressed me about the gameplay trailer is working with different factions, and the game will transform the city and the story, depending on which faction you choose. It'll be interesting joining other players' games and seeing a different city to your own game. Unlike my financial future, there is so much to look forward to, and I can't wait to go balls deep in a French lady. The controls look as smooth as an Italian's pickup line, and graphically still looks great, despite being old enough to drink alcohol in some countries. Somewhere. Now, the first game had a pretty decent story to it, and I'm expecting the second one to be at least on par with that. But I think we can all agree that we just don't want to be placed in a world where survival isn't a walk in the park, and spooning with your best friend isn't considered gay because hypothermia is no joke. Real bros snuggle. In fact, the last time I was playing online in Dying Light, I was playing with a player named ReachAround69, and we got caught by a volatile and were chased halfway across the map. Eventually, we managed to break the line of sight and hide in a small shack together by the sea. It was dark, cold, and very unnerving, as we racked up a good amount of XP and didn't want to lose it, so we hunkered down in a closet together until morning came. It's completely heterosexual moments like that keep you alive in dangerous situations. So anyway, after coming out the closet, we were awarded a huge amount of XP and learnt a very valuable lesson. Always close Pornhub windows before switching back on your computer in school. One huge positive is that they are always updating Dying Light, so it's pretty clear that this game is not being forgotten. Maybe they're just keeping the old game alive in order to give them more time to work on number 2. Thanks for watching and listening to me chat shit for 5 minutes, and remember, moist skin attracts the opposite sex. Take care and see you in the next one.